Most people think retiring early is just for the lucky few who hit it big. But the reality is it's about knowing the right strategy and applying it to every single investment you make. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how you can retire early using a tax strategy that most have never ever considered. If you're tired of watching your hard-earned money disappear to taxes and want something different from most people, you have to do something different than most people, and you've got to start today. See, the Intelligent Investor Framework has practical steps to help you achieve financial freedom faster than you ever thought possible. Let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest obstacle standing between you and early retirement? For most high-income earners, it's not about market risk or bad investments. It's taxes. The average high-income earner loses over 40% of their income to taxes every single year. Taxes are the silent enemy, and they're chipping away at your hard-earned money year after year. And if you're like most people, you've been told there's no way around it. But what if I told you that the tax code is actually full of opportunities that can help you keep more of your money legally? See, the Intelligent Investor Framework is designed to turn taxes from a burden into a tool to accelerate your path to financial freedom. And I've used these tax strategies to dramatically reduce my tax bill, and I'm going to show you how you can do the same. Let me show you how. So the reality is we have inflation that we have to deal with every single year, and that means that goods and services become more expensive. We also have taxes. So between the two, you're losing up to 50% of your buying opportunities as you see them every single year. But what if you could use inflation and taxation to your advantage by using the tax code to reduce your taxes and allow that money to change from active income, which is you going to work every single day and working for that, change that into a passive income that down the road is coming back to you at a lower tax bracket in your future when you're not earning as much because you're retired, and you're able to utilize that along with 1031, along with bonus depreciation, along with these other things to show that you have made little or nothing out of all of that. So then once we've done that, we're going to get your money working for you and continue to reinvest it so that you're re-accelerating your growth without paying a compounding tax on it every single time. See, if you consistently apply the exponential growth to your earnings outside of the tax code where it's not being taxed on an annual basis, you're going to be financially so much farther ahead, and we know that we can do this, and we do this on a consistent basis. So now that you know that taxes and inflation are eating away at your wealth, let's talk about how you can not only protect your money, but you can make it work harder for you. See, building wealth requires you to face the enemy, and your biggest enemy is taxes. But here's the thing, just knowing it isn't enough to win the game. You need a script, a strategy to turn the tables on Uncle Sam. This is where the Intelligent Investor Framework comes in. It's a path to slashing your tax bill and funneling the cash straight into your investments, which will accelerate your path to financial freedom. First, you cut your taxes legally and strategically, but how do you actually pull that off? It's all about knowing the right moves in the tax game. Let me show you how you can play to win. A lot of people fail to realize that Section 179 depreciation works against your active income, and when you reclaim that asset, as in a sale, you're actually paying a passive payment back to the IRS for reclaiming that. You can also use your 401k, your IRA, you can use those contributions, but are you maximizing those? What about your HSA? Are you utilizing that in the most efficient manner to create a fund that will pay your medical bills indefinitely once it's grown? What about a nonprofit, a 501c3, utilizing a foundation to further the growth of your profits outside of the tax code? These are all things that we're going to continue to discuss as this conversation goes along to show you ways that you can legitimately, legally lower your tax bill, retain those funds, invest those funds, make the profits on those funds, and then reallocate those back to yourselves at a time that works for you in a tax beneficial way to live the life you want to live. So one of the things I've done is used a foundation. It's a family foundation that I've used to set up a tax shelter for myself that allows me to put up to 60% of my annual income into every single year. Now, that's just another investment vehicle that will be there generationally for my kids, my grandkids, and their children. But that is an investment vehicle that doesn't get taxed. Think of it as a way for me to do good in the world, grow, and operate like Bill Gates, because we all know that his foundation that he's been donating all of his overinflated Microsoft stock into isn't out there just for himself. It is a major tax shelter. So you've got your tax savings and now you're ready to invest. But here's where most people screw up. They don't know where to put their money to get the best returns. You can take that cash and you could throw it at any investment, or you can just put it in your savings account, but that's not how you build real wealth. As an intelligent investor, you want to make sure that every dollar you invest is working overtime to grow your net worth. So how do you make sure you're making the right kind of investment? That's what I'm about to show you, how to pick investments that continue to lower your taxes, multiply your money, and set you up for an early retirement. See, the importance of strategic investing is emphasizing that not all investments are created equal. Some will grow your wealth significantly, while others may just maintain or even lose value, but nobody considers the passive tax benefits in those investments. And the goal is to ensure that every dollar you have is working hard for you to generate income and accelerate your financial freedom. So identifying high return investments is a combination of a tax efficient investment as well as a great rate of return. This is where tax efficient investment strategies are important. Let's talk about why these are so important, because they provide the power of reinvestment, and we can stress the importance of dividends, rental income, profits back to you, all of those kinds of things that generate wealth that are inside that regular investment. And so if you want significant wealth growth, you need to align your investment choices with your personal goals and your lifestyle that you want to be living. And how much will that lifestyle cost you? What kind of investments can you make that will create that inflation-adjusted passive income to support your lifestyle? Those are the things that we address at The Intelligent Investor. I've got more examples. One of those is an opportunity that we did inside of an opportunity zone where we bought a business. That business, when held for 10 years, is going to be an exit plan that is tax-free, in that the opportunity zone created the ability for us, after developing the business, continuing to grow the business, taking the tax benefits of doing it in a certain geodemographic area, that we are able to exit that business without paying capital gains tax. Now, when you've grown a business from a $1.5 million venture into a $10 million venture, that's a big deal, because you've created $8.5 million in value that isn't going to be taxed. This is where you beat the tax game. And this is not something that is ordinarily practiced. So if you're looking at just the investment, this is a fantastic investment. It produces about an 18% cash on cash return annually. On top of that, when the business is sold, the additional benefits that come from that are going to be tax-free benefits. Now think about that. If you could make 16 to 17% annually on your money dispersed to you, and then when the big cherry came at the end when you sold the business, how would that change your life if that profit to you was not subject to a 20% tax, especially when you start adding zeros? So if you want to take the extra step and start implementing this strategy into your life, down below I have a link to free tax savings blueprint that you can reduce your tax bill and have more investing power. So click the link down below. I've also created an hour-long video linked below where I explain exactly how to use this strategy and what it looks like with real-life examples.